Good morning, I'm Chip.
Hey, good morning, I'm Steve.
And you can probably tell we're not at Chip's Garage this morning.
We're not at Chip's Garage.
Although this is still Chip's Garage.
It's still Chip's Garage.
Hey, today we got a special show for you. We're at Steve's Garage. This is Chip's Garage at Steve's Garage. And today we are going to talk about flatheads. A lot of people don't know about them. Some people have never even seen them. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about flatheads, Steve.
Well, there's been a lot of requests.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after your 32 Ford. Hey, a flathead.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, tons of people want it.
Well, and everybody loved when we did the video on the Mercury. It's got over 1,000 views, and thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, that reminds me, everybody, please like our videos and subscribe at the end. Tell your friends. We'd really appreciate it. So anyway, we're going to get into flatheads. Steve's going to basically give us a course 101 today, right?
Yes, I am. Okay. Well, Chip, flatheads started out in 1932,
Was it 1932?
32, right.
Wow.
And he went to 53.
Now, was that a four-cylinder? Or
Well, no, four-cylinder you can get in a Model B like your hot rod.
Okay.
But then the other option was the V8.
In 1932, they had a V8.
Right.
Wow.
And they went from 32 to 48, and they had a distributor in the center, the football distributor. Okay. They're great motors. They're great engines.
Yeah, it comes off the front?
Comes off the front.
Wow.
Chevy LT1 had the distributor up front too. Kind of funny how things go
Yeah.
back around again.
Yeah.
Anyways, the motor that everybody loves is the 49 to 53. Okay?
Now, why is that?
Well, the 49 to 53 Merc engine is a 4-inch stroke.
Okay.
The 49 to 53 Ford engine is a 3.75 stroke.
Okay.
So it's a little bit smaller. It's a 239 cubic inch. This is a 255.
Now, was that for hot rodding? You're saying they liked it, or just
for hot rod?
Yeah.
So
okay.
if you put this in like a shoebox Ford instead of the Mercury, you could go a little bit faster.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
It's almost like taking a 283 out and putting a Hypo 327 in.
Yeah. Now these were talking about that. These were the race motors. These were the hot rod motors, right?
This is it. I mean, as you can see right here, that's what it looks like. Here's an old block.
Crazy.
Yeah, here's an old block, and it's a
Look how
lawnmower engine.
Look how small the cylinders are.
Like a little can,
Wow, even the valves. Look how,
And I've got everything laid out where you can see this is a valve unit for a flathead. And all you do is pop it in there and put this in, and that's done. So that's the connecting rod and the valve together. That's under.
Wow.
It's a lawnmower, basically. Or a flathead Harley, They shared some secrets, Harley and Ford did.
So these are really easy to work on.
Oh, extremely easy.
Yeah.
People freak out. It's like, and also you can get adjustable lifters. These are different type of adjustable lifters you can get.
Now this is high performance, or
high performance,
okay,
or if you're actually being stock. My car stock, I put these in there because you'd have to take the valve out and grind it and put it back in if it was stock, and then take it out and grind it. Oh, it'd be hours and hours.
But this, you just adjust that little bolt.
Correct. And there's little tools.
And you get your height.
Right. There's little tools you put in there, and you put it down in there, and you adjust it.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Come get a close up. I'm just showing again the size of the cylinders, and there's one of the pistons.
It's a 4-ring piston
and here's where your intake and your exhaust valves are going across here. And look at this. Now
this is where you have to work in to adjust the lifters.
This is crazy.
Now,
and it is a small block. It's very small.
Almost the size of a small block. Actually, Chevy. And what's really unique is the water pumps hang off here, where a Chevy engine you can get the mount and it goes in the same place, and a Chevy engine bolts right into where this goes.
Yeah.
But this is a long stroke. See, it has a long stroke.
Okay.
4-ring piston for oil consumption.
Oh yeah, wow. 4-ring, yeah.
Yeah, 4-ring and all that.
And down here at the bottom, you got one. Interesting.
And it only has 3 main bearings.
Wow.
So you had to watch. An old timer said, "Don't lug it because you'll pop the center one."
Wow. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. What happened? This was a beautiful.
Here, show up under here the 3. There's only three main bearings on the crank.
Most engines have 4 or 5.
Yeah. Wow. And 4-bolt mains and all
4-bolt mains.
You want that
2-bolt
straight.
mains. Also, when you're putting together one of these engines like this one, let's go back to here. This here, I'll tell you a little bit about it. These are 70-plus-year-old bolts. Get rid of them. Throw them away.
Yeah.
They're no good.
It's a good point.
And I don't want to put a plug for any company or anything, but ARP really does a good job.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're one of the best because they're like 190,000 tensile strength. Yeah. This might have went down to 80 or 90.
Wow.
You know, stretch all your...
Let's back up for 1 second. They call it a flathead.
Right.
because of the
heads.
Yeah, the flat heads.
That's it.
Yeah,
there's no valves.
See right here, so
inside
there's
the head.
yeah. So just so people know, the valves instead of being in the heads are in the engine block, which we showed you earlier. Point on there. So there's the difference. So the head's about, I don't know, what, 2 inches, inch and a half.
Yeah, about 2
thick?
inches. Yeah.
And it's just a flat head that goes across.
Actually, Chip, I'm glad you brought it up.
I am
Look
too.
what I got right
I
here.
wanted to
This
ask
is
you
what a
about
head
this.
looks like.
Yeah. So turn it around so they see it.
See it?
Yeah.
And, you know, and
so that's it. Look at this.
that's it. That's your combustion chamber.
That is crazy.
Actually, it goes 7.1 to 8.5 to 1 compression with these. So it bumps up a little bit.
Yeah. Again, hot rod.
Hot rod. See that?
They're very cool, man. They're so cool. Let me see that for a second. I want to show something.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. So the piston comes up here, right, to
Correct.
the dome part?
Correct.
Which is interesting that the plugs are way over
Right here.
here. I mean,
Right
you
here.
have the valley, if you will.
Right.
But you know, in a motor, you know, like in my GTX, the plug is in here.
Right.
Yeah. Or
Well, there's
or
no
on the
area.
sides.
If you look here,
Right
here, and also they used to relieve this so it would get the flow through here. They used to relieve it here. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, hot rodder trick. They used to index the spark plug where it had the spark plug facing this way.
Yeah.
So it's-
We index the spark plugs drag racing. A lot of
I know,
people don't do that
Might
anymore.
give
It
you
makes a
different-
difference. It makes a difference.
But you know,
Now
this
that's
is,
aluminum or
this
no?
is aluminum.
Yep.
This is aluminum here, and you can see it goes right here, bolts on here. But what I was saying is on this flathead, I redid this whole thing. It's bored out 30 over. I put ARP racing bolts in it. I poured it and polished everything.
Yeah.
It matched everything. Intake.
Tell them real quick why
exhaust.
you port and polish. Some people won't know.
Well, right here. See this here? There's your exhaust. I poured it out, opened it up. There's only 3 holes on a four piston side.
That's crazy.
So it has to breathe better. That was a problem with the flathead. They couldn't breathe.
So you port and polish it so things flow better and open up more. That's why
Right,
you do
exactly.
It. And
You've been
real
racing.
necessary on these, I would think.
Oh, very necessary. This is supposed to be a 255 cubic inch. I'm probably looking at a 267 cubic inch.
Okay.
From 110 horse to probably 160 horse.
Yeah, and that's
It
a big
makes a
difference.
difference.
Well,
It
that
makes
would have made a huge difference back in the day.
Yeah,
right?
back in the day, right, yeah.
Now show us, I see you've got a twin carb set
Yes,
right up on
yes.
here, and these are single barrels.
Single? Yeah,
Okay.
no, two twos.
Oh, these are 2 barrels,
yes,
okay.
yeah. These are 94s.
Oh, okay,
Over
wow.
here, these
yeah.
are 97s.
Yeah.
See, the 97 has a rod, and these were the high performance carburetors of the day. These are
Wow.
Stromberg.
You gotta-
Watch it; it might come apart.
Okay, look
Stromberg
here,
97.
just look at this side real quick. It's interesting how he has a
This is
fuel
all
rail
plumbed
going.
in like a plumber would. You know?
Yeah, look at
I mean,
this.
now
That's
this
crazy.
This is a pre-48 intake because it doesn't have the breather.
Now let me ask you, why do you have the two barrels as opposed to these
Just
on
whatever
that
you
motor?
would.
Well, is this a better setup? Is this faster?
It's a little harder set up, but you can put it on there. Most guys just run off the center one, make it a little richer.
Yeah.
But also, I do have a single 4-barrel one too.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
it looks okay, but I like the looks of a 2-deuce. The 2-deuce,
Yeah.
I have progressive linkage, so I'll
Oh,
start
yeah.
out and then also, will help out. But also, I have a cam here.
Yeah.
I have adjustable lifters, and I have an ISKI 88 cam. Now I got this cam through my one of my best friends. This is MCF Motor City Flathead. It says 3/4 right there.
Is that what they would have called a 3/4
it's a
race
3/4.
cam?
Probably a 400 Junior, and it was the lopiest cam you could ever find.
Oh, really?
Oh, it just blah, blah, blah,
Well, you
blah,
can
blah,
see.
blah.
I mean, look at the lopes
Yeah,
on
lopes
it,
on
right?
it.
They're very,
Right,
very.
right.
The angle. You
The
would look at
angle,
the
right.
angle creates the lope.
And this is a stock. See, there's stock. There's
yeah,
a
you can.
difference.
If you look, you can really tell the difference.
Right.
See how much higher, say for example, this is
Yeah.
than this.
See it, yes.
Right. You can see again the angle.
You can see it. And with this engine, I also bought a
So
one-piece water pump.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but this is a 409 Chevy pump.
Oh man, I always wanted a 409.
I know, but it blocked off for you
Steve.
too. Wow.
There.
Wow.
I had to kill the mosquito on his head. No,
I thought,
Yeah.
I
We're
thought
in Florida.
Oh my God! I thought, man,
Wake up! Yeah.
I thought I said Chevy instead of a Flathead. Oh.
No, you had a huge
I thought you were
mosquito.
slapping me because I put a Chevy bracket on here. I thought you were slapping me. Anyways, this here is like $1,200 just for this. It blocks
Wow.
off this, so you get the pulleys.
Now, how much money do you have in this motor? The way it says.
A lot of money.
You. You don't want to say okay.
If you were doing $8,000 to $10,000.
Yeah. I was going to say today it would be way more than you probably got in.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And I put MSD. I put studs. I put studs in the block because I want the block to be part of the altogether.
Well, this stuff's cool, buddy. And I noticed it real quick on the tranny there. Let's talk about just real quick because I want to get over and show them the one in the Merc. Go ahead.
Oh, this is a T5. This is a Hot Rodders choice. This is what I'm going to put behind this. This is the ultimate transmission. Actually, this is an IROC transmission, which I converted to a...
So what year IROC did it come out?
This is 87 IROC.
So an 87 IROC bolts right up behind
it. Has a 2.95 first gear.
Yeah.
With a 411. It's going to be nice. But what I did is I moved the shifter 9 inches forward. I put the S10 tail shaft in here in front.
Yeah.
So the shifter's about where it should be.
Yeah, wow. All tricks. You guys got to know this stuff.
And this is a good transmission. I did some dealing and I can't wait to...
don't be afraid to do trading with your old parts, and that's a good way to do it. If you get to know people, you can trade and help each other back and forth, save a lot of money that way. Hey, all right, so we got a basic here. Let's show us what we got in the Merc.
All right, well, this is a 19, all original. We've done this before on the show. 50 Merc. This is 110 horse, and that's what they came with.
So it's still 110 horse.
Well, I bored it out. I ported, polished it. I put Johnson adjustable lifters.
Typical hot rodder.
Yeah, but you know what? It runs so much nicer.
Yeah.
You know, I just made it a little bit more even, so it runs a little more evenly.
Here, come get a close up of it.
You know, it's got a side draft 2-barrel carburetor.
Side draft,
and 6 volts.
Yeah.
But you know, they carried this engine to 53. You know, I'll tell you a little secret.
What's
Henry
that?
Ford, I read somewhere, where in 1952 to 53, to save money, Henry Ford did not put valve seats in it. They just kind of ground the block.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so
no
slapped away after 30,000
wow.
miles. Yeah. But that was supposed to be probably save like 30 cents a car. Yeah.
Hey, show everybody again, like you got like this.
I have an oiler.
Tell everybody what you got going on.
I have I have an oiler which takes a little bit of Marvel Mystery Oil. It sucks it through with vacuum. And what happens is it gives a little bit of lubrication for the valves.
Right, because they weren't that well lubricated stock.
No.
Yeah, it really didn't flow the oil around.
That's what happened to that block, the demise of that block.
And
it ran low oil and it cracked the block.
There you go.
And
go ahead.
And that's another thing, real quick. When you go buy a block, make sure you have it checked out first at a machine shop. Because that's cracked. I could sell that to somebody.
Always have them checked. Completely checked. Completely checked. Now this is?
That's original oil bath air filter.
So your air filter goes down in here. There's oil in the bottom of it, and it literally soaks in the oil. And this is?
That's your side draft carb.
Right. So show them why they call it a side draft.
Well, because it goes out to the back and goes into here. So most carburetors are up on top like this.
You know how you got the air cleaner up top usually? So it's a side draft. And that's
your oil filter.
So there's your oil filter.
I did modify that.
You take a bolt out and pull it out, and it's just like a cartridge that goes down in there.
But I did modify that, Chip, because that was the demise of that engine, which I did put this inside there. So now I go to the bottom and pull it out because the canister's off.
Oh, I know. I know. They were
But this is a good trick, a hot rodder showed me. And a generator.
Why do you have a little smoke here?
Oh, that's just, hey.
That's just a car.
Oh, Nellie's smoking away.
All right, why don't you start it up for them?
Start it up.
And everybody's been requesting that we not only start the cars for everybody, that we show them how we drive. So Steve and he's going to start it up here if you want to come over here. Listen to that thing purr. Now see, you don't hear any motors nowadays sound like that.
Check. I put a smitty on it because I wanted a little more throat to it,
Yeah. But you know how smooth and quiet it sounds. I mean, that sounds beautiful.
Oh, the trick was in the showroom, they used to put a glass of water on there.
Yeah.
Carburetor.
Oh yeah, to show how smooth the motor was. Well, hey, let's shut it down and take a drive in it. You guys want to go for a drive?
Well, let's go. And I got to say, 44 years ago today, I got it painted. It has an anniversary today.
Happy paint anniversary.
I know, 44 years ago. Boy.
That's awesome, buddy.
All right, let's go for a ride. I'm so happy my Mercury's still holding out.
so here we are. We're taking a drive. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you've never taken a ride in a 50 Merc, here we go. You can see Steve and I both live in the backwoods of Florida, but you can hear how quiet and smooth this thing is.
Now, they sold thousands of these cars.
Yeah.
And hot rodders loved them.
Oh yeah. God, oh, well, I think everybody knows, you know, the old 50 Merc. That's why it gets so much attention.
Look at this. Hot shifts.
Yeah.
Oh, also.
3-speed on the column, as you guys can see.
You push this little button down in there, and goes into overdrive.
Yeah, did you see that right here, the overdrive button? So if you push this down in, he puts it in overdrive. And look at this beautiful original
This
dash.
is all original.
Now we're doing, what, 55, 60 miles an hour?
60 right now, look at this.
And look at how smooth and how quiet this car
Air's
runs.
coming through, really nice.
That's another nice thing is that in the old days, did he still work fine?
Yeah, just push it in and go like that. Yep, yep.
You got the vent windows and the air in these cars. You can point the air. He can point his at me and mine at his. The air flowing through this car is amazing. It's probably 88 degrees here in Florida right now.
All right.
And it
Not a sweat on it.
Oh man, it's like great circulation going through.
Right.
This is awesome, Steve.
Right. And what's the key to it is I bought a really nice set of expensive tires for it.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a key. You make a great point.
Yes.
Buy good tires for these old cars. Buy the best you can get, really.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we're just going to have a nice little day in the country here. Take a little ride, Chip.
Yeah.
Chip.
I mean, you even feel cool when you're driving in this thing. You know, you just feel like you're cool. So.
People see people just.
Oh yeah. Everybody
right in the middle of the country. People.
I know.
Know.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the Flatheads today.
Yes, yep.
I'm Chip.
And I'm Steve.
And this is
Chip's
Chip's
Garage.
Garage.